All right, peace, everybody. This is a follow-up video to what actually snitching is and the dangers in calling people snitches based on hearsay. I'm gonna talk about King Erner just for a little bit. I'm just gonna address him or what he's been doing. Based on assumption and misinformation and misunderstanding. Maybe his legal jargon, needs to be brushed up upon. But the dangers in calling people a snitch. I think I addressed in the first video when I explained how it was dangerous for John Gotti to label Sammy Gravano, Sammy the Bull, without no justification. He was under the assumption that Sammy would snitch, and so he put a hit on him before Sammy done anything. And luckily for Sammy's life, the FBI had a tape of that. But King Erner is in my opinion, and we are all entitled to our opinions. King Erner is playing a dangerous game by labeling people snitches. Some of these transgressions is like 20 plus years old, 10 plus years old, and he's opening up Pandora's box, old wounds, and it's not funny. His latest victim is BleuDavinci BMF, Big Blue. Peace to Blue. He been calling Blue a snitch, and he's been misinforming people based on Blue's side of the story. Saying he has his audience under the impression that Blue was part of the reason Big Meech got locked up, or Big Meech and Big T, little bruh, got locked up. And so he has people under that impression. Blue come out on Vlad and some other internet shows, and he said that for the most part, Meech and T and most of the BMF crew was incarcerated. Blue got locked up or indicted after Big Meech and Southwest got sentenced and put in jail. So Blue isn't the reason that Big Meech and T and the other BMF members are in jail or were in jail or are in jail. Some being released, some coming home. But he got you under, King Erner has you under the impression that BleuDavinci is one of the reasons that BMF took a fall and Meech is in jail. But Blue, they didn't indict Blue or catch Blue until after they was locked up. Blue, to my understanding, kept rolling, and he got caught for rolling, but he got caught after the fact, and so he was a first-time offender, and he had a good lawyer that knew how to legally maneuver through legal loopholes for first-time offenders. Now, if Blue told on some people that he was rolling with, or some other BMF dudes that didn't get locked up, that hasn't come to light yet. But he was not the reason that Meech and them got locked up. He talked about a safety valve and a proffer, or whatever that is. I think that's admitting guilt to reduce your sentence. So and I had to do something similar when I got caught in a after hours joint in the D. The Wayne County Sheriff's raided the building, and they laid everybody on the floor, gave everybody a ticket. They impounded everybody's car. People had warrants and took them to jail. But when you went to court, it was a court appearance, and so under the advice of my attorney, he told me just go down there and plead guilty, and they'd give me 6 months probation under advisement. Under advisement mean that if I don't get in no more police trouble, no more police contact, that they will wipe that blind pig, house of ill repute stuff off my record. But I had to pay the fine and court costs and everything that day. And so that's what I did. So 6 months later, they wiped that off my record. And so that's all that is. If you plead guilty to something they know that they caught you at, and you're not gonna fight it, well, they gonna reduce your punishment, your charges, to get less time. That's not snitching. That's being smart. That's a good attorney, trying to get you less time in jail. So, it's unfortunate that, people like King Erner out here misinforming the people, about, brothers that didn't done time. So, man, that ain't right, man. And then you got Rayful Edmonds, Big Ray. People didn't call him a snitch. His story been documented. He was locked up in Lewisburg, and he met up with, I think it was Miss Griselda's sons. She the godmother of cocaine. She got, Pablo was her plug, and her son was in jail in the U.S. and him and Rayful hooked up, and when he got out, he started rolling and was just using Rayful's. Rayful was the middleman in jail to dudes on the street and DeMarco's son. But he got killed or something happened, and then I guess a couple people didn't pay Ray, and so Ray told on the people that didn't pay him, and so for that people call Ray a snitch. But I'm like, what recourse do you have? See what I'm saying? When they didn't pay Rayful, they saying, fuck you, Rayful. What you gonna do? You in jail. Now, you got certain people that say, Ray could have called, put a hit on him. But, he already in jail. Stuff like that come back on him. See what I'm saying? So, what recourse do you have about somebody that say, fuck you? Somebody somebody that stiffed you because you in jail. So, I guess, people tired of that. They tired of that disloyalty. See, that's not loyal. Dude wasn't true to the game. So, he told on them, and they, and they say, because I don't know, Ray's story go black. They say they moved it from Lewisburg to a minimum security prison or something, and he gonna get released for telling. Now that's the story. I don't know. Like some people say, Ray got life in jail. I don't know. Ray somewhere deep, and dude, Ray started the game. He was big time DC D-boy, and man, calling somebody that's not a rookie to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's a death sentence. You kill somebody under the drug laws. So, man, Ray had to do what he had to do. I mean, once again, what recourse do you have? Let it go? No, because this how he feeding his family. This how he keep money on his books, feeding his family. Still slinging from inside the federal penitentiary. So, I don't think that's snitching, man. Dudes on the outside got to be careful, because, if the shoe was on the other foot, what would you do? So, man, yeah. So, I don't, it's hard for me to call Ray a snitch. So, man, and so, people got to be careful about, calling each other snitches. And then, far as Blue is concerned, man, they got a rap song, calling Blue a snitch. It's like, him being a snitch is going viral, right? And then, and so I'm like, well, all Meech got to do is pick up the phone when he talking to Lil Meechy, his son, and record a statement or something saying, this how it is, so and so. So, Meech can clear up a lot of stuff through Lil Meech and take phone conversations. I don't agree with him leaving people guessing. I know, he ain't about snitching or telling or none of that. But at the same time, you can make a statement to clear up some shit, like, because they didn't tag this man's, tagged him with a snitch tag. And that ain't cool. He could straighten all that out. So, man, what I was gonna talk about? To being careful of calling somebody a snitch, and snitching is really just, telling on somebody that you down with. You get caught and you tell on somebody. That you tell on everybody you down with, or somebody, have to be, but is you get caught with people you do dirt with. So man, we gotta be careful about that. What am I forgetting? I don't know. I'll think of it later. Maybe come back. Peace.